Regarding the United States of America, before Putin organizes this nuclear apocalypse, Russia is already preparing territorial claims against the United States of America in the Bering Strait. Russia is considering the possibility of refusing to fulfill the Soviet-American Shevardnadze-Baker Agreement, which delimited the maritime space of the Bering Strait. The agreement signed in 1990, according to which the U.S. received about 30,000 km² of the exclusive economic zone of the USSR and more than 40,000 km² of shelves in the near future, may be denounced. This was stated at the plenary session of the State Duma by Rosa Chimiris, a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee. What does this mean? That Putin will soon announce another special military operation against the United States of America and say that it is necessary to protect the rights of Russian speakers in the United States.
Well, it's for suckers, you know. It's all this nonsense with the British, too. You see, the treaty, which has been broken since 1956 about fishing near the Kola Peninsula, allowed the British to fish in peace, and I think there will be questions related to Spitsbergen. They will definitely arise. Look, in the near future, they will start asking such questions, so Norway will get very excited. What is this being done for? First of all, for domestic consumption. Why weren't there any fish? They, the British, have been eating our fish since 1956. The Americans have been there since 1990. See what a horror. So, of course, people with brains realize that Putin stole all the fish and sold it to China, and not only China. Or, as you remember, when there was an incredible spawning, just a huge amount of fish was red, and a huge amount of caviar suddenly began to receive information in the form of photographs that dozens and hundreds of tons of eggs were destroyed. And they said to Putin, "Can't you see that caviar is being destroyed in the Far East and Kamchatka?" He said, "Well, they don't want prices to fall. It's a commercial move, you know." In general, these are Russia's national treasures, so in order for merchants to keep prices down, these treasures must be periodically destroyed. And it is clear that now the Vatics will be told that they have never eaten fish and crabs because they were all eaten by the Americans, the British, and others. So I think that for external consumption, it is certainly a strain. That is, you see how we are punishing you here. We will not let you catch fish here. Although it is not fundamental, what are all the fish concentrated in this area of 30,000 km²? It's just very funny. Those who have ever been involved in fishing issues understand that for a huge ocean, in which there are many such places, it is clear that the fish is not distributed throughout the ocean. That is, there are areas of fishing where the maximum amount of fish is. But you know, something tells me that these 30,000 km² that were given to the Americans are already empty, as in their time when they invented steam trawls and so on. The Americans were there near Hudson Bay, and all these banks were emptied. So there were a lot of fish there, and now there's zero. So I think there is no fish in question. It's just a political move.